Hi, and welcome to Azuma Design and Testing. Azuma Design and Testing has been established by the directors of the Alchin and Long group of companies to be a state-of-the-art design, marketing and testing centre. This company has been servicing the window and door industry in Australia for many years and has done significant work for organisations worldwide. Let's have a closer look at some of the services Azuma offers the window and door industry. Azuma Design and Testing offer a wide range of services in our well-designed laboratory. Our testing facilities are well-resourced with high-tech equipment and are extremely efficient when it comes to setup. Our staff is well-trained, offering many years of experience within the window and door industry. Our business is an ISO 9001-2000 quality endorsed company operating within the confines of a well-designed quality policy and procedures. Azuma offers testing to many Australian standards and is supported by our NATA certification. Azuma tests windows and doors to the Australian standard AS2047, Windows in Buildings, Selection and Installation. This standard is called up by the Building Code of Australia, or BCA, and that makes it mandatory that window and door products in Australia demonstrate that they meet the minimum performance requirements specified by the standard. Azuma's state-of-the-art window and door test chamber is capable of testing product up to 2.7 metres high and 5 metres wide. We test to the 5 mandatory requirements of AS2047 following the procedures outlined in AS4420. The first performance requirement for windows and doors is the structural deflection of framing members as outlined in the procedure within AS4420.2. We measure the bending performance of the structural members of a window or door and record the degree of deflection under load from pressure within the rig as prescribed in AS2047. Each structural member can only bend 1 millimetre in every 150 millimetres of span for housing as described in the BCA for Class 1 and 10 buildings, or 1 millimetre in every 180 millimetres of span for residential buildings as described in the BCA in Class 2, 3 and 4 buildings, or 1 millimetre in every 250 millimetres of span for commercial buildings as described in the BCA for Class 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 buildings. The deflection loads are recorded for both positive and negative pressures. A pass or fail is reported against the product's performance depending on the desired performance level. Windows and doors with operable sashes are tested for ease of movement as described in the procedure in AS4420.3. We measure and record both the initiating force and the force to sustain movement. These products need to record a force below the maximum performance standard outlined in AS2047. Windows and doors need to have the amount of air that flows through them at low pressure in their closed state recorded. Following the procedure outlined in AS4420.4, we need to record the airflow through windows and doors at low pressure in their closed state. Air leakage needs to be below the maximum level set in AS2047. First, the test sample is covered with a plastic sheet and completely sealed. We do this to record the amount of air leakage from the rig itself at 2 pressures, 75 pascals and 150 pascals. We then remove the plastic sheet and record the air leakage again at the same 2 pressures. We then calculate the amount of differential leakage through the window or door, giving us the air leakage of the product. This leakage rate is important for energy ratings and is used in the whole of house software when calculating our house's energy usage. The next mandatory requirement is to understand the water penetration resistance of the product at performance levels as outlined in AS2047. Water is sprayed onto the window at no less than 0.05 litres per square metre per second. We then apply pressure at the required level and hold that pressure for 15 minutes as described in the procedure outlined in AS 4420.5. Uncontrolled water must not egress to the inside of the product. If water does penetrate the interior, this could represent a failure. The ultimate strength test is mandatory for windows and doors. AS 2047 sets the test pressures depending on the design strength. Our testing officer here, Nathan, can tell us all about it.
The window sample is subjected to 10 seconds of high pressure in both the positive and the negative direction. What's considered a fail is if any part of the window deforms or any of the components break. In such case, it will be rejected.
Once a product has successfully passed these tests, Azuma staff will issue a NATA-endorsed test report. It should be noted that the largest product in each configuration should be chosen for testing. This gives the manufacturer the opportunity to rate products of the same components but made smaller from the one test. Azuma has the largest salt spray cabinet in the country, allowing us to perform many corrosion tests in a single run. Let's have a look inside. Azuma regularly tests window and door components for customers and for their own research and development purposes. For example, the hinge that's being tested currently is a new patented design about to be released onto the market. Azuma ensures that products can stand up to harsh environments. Azuma has one of the best test rigs in the country for testing security doors and screens to Australian standard AS 5039. As demonstrated here, we're seeing the lock jemmy test being performed. Products that claim to be security rated must successfully pass a sequence of tests, including this one. If the product has been tested by Azuma and meets the requirements of this rigorous standard, you can be sure that you have purchased a product fit for purpose. Azuma can issue a NATA-endorsed test certificate for products that pass the test. Azuma can test your hardware for doors and windows to the Australian standard AS 4145. This testing is done to give manufacturers the confidence that they'll be able to meet the desired performance levels demanded by the market. Azuma can design and test products to any desired performance levels. This roller cyclic test rig is a good example. Azuma has built this world-class test rig to ensure that rollers of all kinds meet the manufacturer's performance claims for durability at their optimum performance ratings. Manufacturers that use this facility can be sure their products will perform once Azuma has put them through the rigors of testing and issued a NATA-endorsed test report. Azuma can design products that meet market needs using some of the best design tools available. Azuma uses the latest in three-dimensional CAD programs, the latest in prototyping tools, and has a fully operational tooling room. Azuma has a great team of professionals offering a wide range of services. The team is made up of mechanical engineers, industrial designers, tool makers, professional marketers, and graphic designers. So if you're manufacturing window or door products, Azuma can help you from the creative spark of an idea right through to testing, certification, and even packaging and graphic design. Check out our website or drop us a line.